there was once a very prestigious poetry contest, like spoken word. They have these contests where people come and read their poetry. It was a tremendous contest, a big auditorium, a big theater. And all these different kids from these like prep schools, all these, fancy cultured kids are coming to, to read different poetry, modern poetry, classical poetry. And one of the kids, I think it was at the very end of the contest, it was his turn, and he stands up there, maybe like a college kid, and he decides that he's going to read a psalm from King David, very, an ancient poetry. Mizmor David. It's a psalm where it basically says, Hashem Roi. It says, God is my shepherd, I shall not lack, and so on and so forth. That's a beautiful, short little
like
psalm poem. Yeah.
I am David. Amen.
There, right. So he gets up there and in perfect, crisp, diction and pronunciation and all the correct, rules of poetry reading, drama and everything. He reads out this psalm. Fascinating. Just did the greatest job. Gets a standing ovation and incredible. And from the back of the room, there's an elderly Jewish man, hunched over. Maybe one of his grandchildren was in the contest. And he calls out with whatever's left of his voice. Maybe he sounded something like me, like I do tonight. And he said, he cleared his voice. He said, would you mind if I gave that a go? In front of the whole theater. So, they're cultured enough that they're not going to embarrass an old man. He wants to read a poem. Let the man read a poem, Okay, it's like murmuring in the crowd. It takes him a while with the walker to schlep down the aisle, red carpet, and he makes his way up. They help him up to the stage. And he stands there with no drama, no charisma, no anything. And he reads the words, God is my shepherd, I shall not lack. And when he finishes the psalm, no standing ovation, it's silent. And people are crying. Somehow his reading the psalm, the poem, had such a deep impact on people. So they came over to him afterwards and they asked him, how did you do that? How did you do that? Why was your reading so different than the other person who read it such a professional, proper way? He said, I'll tell you. He said, the person who read the poem, who read the psalm, he knows the psalm. But me, I know the shepherd. I know the shepherd. So he knows how to read the words. God is my shepherd, I shall not lack. So he knows the psalm, but I know the shepherd. Something else.